So let's go over what we covered in this module. The first thing we did was we talked about the dialog management in Android. We talked about how you would use show dialog and dismiss dialog yourself, but when you call show dialog, that if you let Android take over control, it'll go ahead and call an on create dialog to let you create the dialog, and then it will actually do the show for you and then handle dismissing that dialog or storing it in memory. And how we actually prefer to use that method of dialog management rather than trying to manage the dialogs ourselves, which might be a little bit more inefficient. Then we talked about the types of different dialogues in Android, went through each different type and showed some examples of where you might use each one of those types. And then we went through a demonstration of creating an alert dialog for our protein tracker application. So we gave users the ability to reset their protein count for the day and to be given a alert dialog that said, yes or no, would you like to reset your count? And we showed how to hook up the buttons there in events. Then we show a message if they choose yes or if they choose no. Then we went through a quick demonstration on how to create a progress dialog. And we talked about the threading issues that you might have there, where you're going to have to be careful about how you're going to dismiss that dialog and to use a handler in Android in order to get a message on the same thread that the UI is running so that we don't have a problem trying to call something that belongs to another thread. And then finally, we took a look at a custom dialog and we implemented a quick custom dialog, and we actually got one of the elements that existed on that dialog and change the text on that. So that's all there is for dialogues in Android. There's some more advanced topics with the progress dialog, but I'd advise, if you're interested in that, to look that up on the Android development site. But it's actually really easy to create dialogues in Android, even fairly complex ones, using either a custom dialog or an alert dialog.